welcome. Oh god. It's my spirit leaving my body. So I spent like fucking 5 minutes before this thing reading this shit. I think I finally have it. So we're gonna try one last time.
Rely on me.
Always be ready for the worst.
Well,
I thought
I will help where I can.
Are we ready to move out?
We will win
I'm-
this war.
I'll watch your back.
I'm so confused.
What's on your mind? You're a good person. I like you.
Together,
You
we
require my
stand.
unbiased opinion?
Okay, let's read it. It unlit itself last time. That's why I'm so confused. I did it the right way. And then it said no when I was really upset. Wow, we're getting those one fucking point heals, huh? Am I really rolling like the lowest fucking like heals there? Garbo. Making sure those are actually garbage. Ooh. Horse armor. Sorry, I got some Gatorade. You know, I genuinely do not remember which way is out. Which way we come from? I mean, I always came through this way. I think... One second. Just want to look up the fucking how to get out of this place. I'm a little bit lost. I think we got a key last time is what it's saying. In theory. I think I remember picking up a key to something. But that key that I picked up should take us to a door that allows us to go to the third floor, which probably is behind that locked door. Oh, this is all clear. Just, you know, haphazardly running through a demon-infested tower.
We march ahead.
Okay.
Doubt is the heart's greatest challenge. You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Stew. There's more of them. So many more of them.
You should have listened to reason. Surrender or else.
Come on, girl.
You won't survive me.
I'll cut you wide open.
Do not hold back.
Of course I missed too.
I'll remove this obstacle. Too late for apologies.
Oh, come on, Ember. Please.
Endure this.
The spirits demand your blood.
Strike has won.
You're irrelevant.
Into the fray! No glory without risk!
I'll hit you.
Make every strike count.
You are today's sacrifice. You should have listened to reason.
At least we're letting a couple more hits now, but of course not that I said something about it.
Blade. You won't stop us.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel. Our path leads on.
Chain shirts, and that's it.
This task is beyond me. I will guide us.
Why did you drag me here, you wench? To mock me one last time? Go on, finish me! Drink my blood, devour my soul! Just get on with it. Let me die at last.
Staunton, light of my
I hate
life.
her fucking Muppet
Don't be so
nose
silly.
and no eyes.
I could never hurt you. I brought you away from the battle to save you. My love, you don't belong in this grubby city where everyone hates you. Come away with me. You know I have always loved you.
Would you trust the demon's words of love? I mean,
You lying filth! You have the gall to say that to my face? But it was you. It was all you. You're the reason I lost everything. You're the reason why everyone despises me!
not to mention,
So
you know,
it was me who brought shame upon you in front of the people you called friends? It was me who mocked you year after year, spat on you, forced you to do dirty, demeaning work like you were a drudge, and not the bravest of knights. No, it was all of them, the Crusaders and their witless queen. If you remember the day Dresden fell, I asked you to be its new ruler. You refused, of course, you and your principles. But look what's become of you.
They talk about love, but they are really talking about a terrible disaster, like an earthquake, or a hurricane, or a shipwreck.
are hurricanes common in D&D?
I'm sorry to say that there is truth in the demon's words. The Crusaders really have treated him terribly. I say this as a criminal who has been forgiven by other knights of Iomade. But like all demons, she has built a mountain of lies and deception upon this one grain of truth.
My offer still stands. Come away from here, my love. You will rule Dresden as a king, and I will be your queen. There's no bigger lie in all of Galarian than your beloved Crusades. That century-old delusion encouraged by your disgraced queen. The only thing that is true
Is he lying on the floor?
is my love for you, my darling. Dearest, it's all right. I'm here. We'll never be parted again. Let's go. Come.
Get back!
Curses! Stubborn as a mule. Never mind, my pet. Never mind. You won't get far. You will kiss this scratch and beg for forgiveness. You will be mine. Wholly, eternally, and willingly.
Just listen to them fucking beat the shit out of each other downstairs the entire time. Is there papers there? Is that important? I'll take it, but I don't think it's important. I also want a quick save as well. Just in case we get up these stairs and just instantly explode. Which is kind of what I'm expecting. I assume the third floor is the boss floor. I wonder if the demon's teleport is innate. Or is it just like, you know, wasting spell slots left, right, and center?
They will break against our resolve.
Mm-hmm.
Surrender, or else! I'll remove this obstacle. Go for their hearts!
Oh, I'm sorry. The reduced spell is for friendly creatures. Why would I ever want this? Like, what
Too late for
what desire could I
apologies.
possibly have for a spell that only affects my team?
You're irrelevant.
You won't survive me.
Into the fray!
Of course, she misses.
Wide open.
Oh, he cast Smite good on me. I am fairly upset about that.
Hold on, just a little more.
Jeez Louise.
You've seen that?
Amber's identifying the stuff, not... Huh, that's weird. We have a skill. We have a spell of restoration, right? Can I get rid of that? Level? It doesn't seem like we do. Guess it had to be regular restoration. Ha 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 ha! I hate this game. No, I like it. It just feels like, you know. Feels like fuck me. Agile Fist, Natural Armor +2 you can give to someone. She's got her special necklace. I assume this is going to start reaching a point where it's no longer going to be useful. Brain hurty. What was I doing? Legitimately, what was I doing? Ah, yes, the cape. That's what it was. I thought it was doing the cape, but I couldn't see it in the inventory anymore. So Brain was like, "There's no cape here, Brandon. What are you doing?" And I'm like, I don't know. You tell me." Yeah, I think they have to be a monk, which I am not. Believe it or not, I'm no monk. Monk, I am not.
I have managed.
Just fall down all 3 stairs. Dies instantly. Upon entering the chamber, where the vanquished Wardstone resides, the Crusader could have expected many things. An ambush, deadly spells, or a horde of enemies. But not an empty hall, still and silent, with no Minago, or her henchmen, only the obelisk and glimmers of light dancing on the dirty floor. But, then again, all is not as placid as it seems. Sullivan once again hears the seething choir. The time the voices sound louder. This time the voices sound louder, more insistent. One step, another, and suddenly Sullivan sees the Wardstone, not as it was a moment ago, but somehow completely different. It is no monolith emanating light. It is a cage made of pure energy. The place where Descari struck looks like a festering wound, from which tendrils of dirty red and purple darkness creep throughout the entire artifact. And there, inside, 2 hosts of flaming warriors are locked in battle. One is light, the other blood red, but they're all waiting. For what? The light warriors speak of duty and sacrifices made. Their words reveal truth of the Wardstone. Each one contains a host of angels, volunteers. I can read, I swear, I promise. I have literacy. I own it. It's like $3.99 from Target. Volunteers from heaven who committed to this indefinite imprisonment in order to guard mortal kind from the demonic threat. They make no complaint. They ask no easing of their burden. If the goddess of her herald offered them the same choice again, they would consider it the ultimate honor to sacrifice their freedom for the cause. The angels know Descari's evil plan. When the last of the light warriors fall, the Wardstone will become a deadly explosive that will destroy everything around it, and the other obelisks in the chain will meet the same fate. The light warriors pray for help. They plead for someone to strike down their fallen brethren. Those who succumb to the demonic corruption are already beyond salvation. But if they are stopped, it will allow the Wardstone to heal and the light host to continue its duty. I wonder if they, so, they locked angels inside of a box, and that box protects the world from demons, right? These angels obviously, I guess, live forever, but do they have, babies in there? If, 50 of them died, for example, with this red host dying, do they replenish themselves in some way, shape, or form? Do angels have babies? I guess they do, right? Because that's what ASMR are. The crystal chisel, discovered in the ruins of Canabrius, is the ideal weapon for this task. It will cut out the corruption along with those who have succumbed to it, and restore the Wardstone's full power. The eyes of the Aeon, until now slumbering peacefully in the hero's soul, awaken. They urge the hero to look upon the Wardstone through them. The Aeon's eyes wish to see. The eyes of the Aeon pierce through the... we're not helping the evil ones, so it doesn't even have to... We don't fucking care what they say. No, we do, apparently. The eyes of the Aeon pierce through the essence, matter, and time, and reveal the truth of the Wordstone. Stones are just as much a perversion to the world wound itself, as the world wound itself. The demons are not of this plane. But this did not give Iomade and her herald a license to disrupt the balance still further. By imprisoning untold numbers of angels in the stone, a crime committed in the name of good does not offset those committed in the name of evil. It only multiplies the harm done by the Cosmic Order. Done to the Cosmic Order. The Red Warriors speak of pain and lies and disillusionment. Their words reveal the truth of the Wordstone. The barrier surrounding the world wound is built on the bondage and suffering of countless angels. Every injury dealt to the Wordstone, these angels experience physical agony. The pain is driving them insane. Deceived by the hollow platitude about duty and service, they suffer torment day after day for the sake of ungrateful mortals who do not know their names. Enough! The Red Warriors know that their blades, now turned against their former brethren, hasten the triumph of Descari and his servants. Once the Wardstone has been wholly conquered by corruption, it will become a deadly weapon under the demon's control. Some of the obelisk's prisoners beg for freedom, while others pray only for death. But they all agree that this existence is unendurable. The crystal chisel discovered in the ruins is a perfect weapon for the massacre. It cannot force open the door for those who wish to escape, but it can destroy the Wardstone along with all its prisoners, willing and unwilling. None will be able to claim victory, but all will be gifted merciful death that will end their suffering once and for all. There it is, the fate of two angelic hosts, faithful and fallen, and the fate of Canabrius, perhaps even all of Mendeleev, now rests in the hero's hands. How will he proceed? Whatever the crystal chisel may be, its power is great indeed. It can destroy the stone along with all its inhabitants, or it can mend by killing the angels and defectors within. What it cannot do, alas, is free those who wish to escape, and keep the stone intact for those who wish to remain. The Aeon's eyes perceive a solution to the goddess's tinkering, one that will cost no lives. One strike with the crystal chisel at the perfect point, and the stone's magic will be destroyed. All the angels will go to their rightful place. To heaven are those planes of chaos and evil. The remnant of the Aeon's power draws all that is left of the Aeon's existence to the hero, urging him to put things right. But somewhere deep within the hero's soul, the familiar ire seethes, and this rage, unbridled hatred, what will happen if it is unleashed here at the stone? We gotta destroy evil. It's evil. They are evil, and thus do not deserve to live. A righteous hand never misses. The chisel strike destroys the fallen angels who had succumbed to the corruption and betrayed their brethren and sacred mission. The warriors of light deliver with joy's battle cry. Cleanse the corruption the stone fills with blinding light. The crusaders succeeded. The angels' battle within the Wardstone has ended, and the threat to the entire chain of stones has been eliminated. Of course, this is no guarantee of safety for the future. What happened here can happen again. The Mendeleevians can no longer rely on Iomade's gift as they once did, but the danger has passed for now. Unable to bear such a flagrant violation of the laws of reality, the magical eyes of the Aeon fade away for good. Shame, but whatever. We have to work with the angels. I want to do an angel playthrough. They did not like that we didn't keep the balance, but then again, we're not here to keep balance, you know?
Look at them, Suture. They're rejoicing like children. The storm is coming and none of them sees it.
Is that me?
Shall we add to their festivities, my lady? How about a little lightning to burn their flesh?
No, Suture. We'll leave such frolics to Discari's little gnats. We are here for something else. Something I have greatly anticipated for a long, long time.
That's the woman who made the whirlwind, right? And then they brought me in wounded. Huh. That's loud. Ow. The blisteringly vivid memory releases you, and you return from the depths of the past to the present. You feel a fresh breeze on your face. The energy expelled from the Warstone has blown the roof off the Grace garrison. The Warstone energy suffuses you, and it flows through you. Through you flows into your allies. Okay.
All my aches and pains, for the first time ever, they're gone.
What are you doing here? How? I see. Tricks from your pathetic goddess. So even Iomade will resort to dirty tricks when you have her cornered. Don't celebrate yet, mortal. There's no one to hide you from me now. Look, you're already wounded. Pathetic mortal. I'll have no trouble finishing you off now. You'll die anyway.
Oh my god, it's Shrek. The Nemesis looks formidable with her entourage around her, but her threats ring hollow to you. You look at her, and feel like a titan looking at an ant. Overwhelming, all-conquering power fills you. What the little demoness? Those irritating hordes of the abyss? The gods themselves are the only equals now. Are your only equals now? Satyrs never surrender. I will vanquish all evil.
In Anomaly's name, we will cast you back into the abyss.
What are you babbling about? You can't possibly still have any hope of victory, you doomed little cockroach. Your pathetic crusades are the laughing stock of the abyss.
Demons laugh a lot. But is it because they're happy? Truth is, I think you're very sad. And you laugh to forget about
That is such a haunting image.
Your goddess sent you to die. You think that's a victory? All you've done is postpone the deaths of all the other mortals. And not even for very long. But your wait for death is over. You won't see what I'm going to do to your little friends, because I'm going to kill you right now.
In the pit! In the pit! In the pit! In the pit!
You are lacking.
Oh, I was hoping that it would, They'll start coming out eventually. Oh, come on. Ah, fuck. In the pit. Ah, fuck. In the pit. Just...
No glory without risk.
I don't think I needed the pit, but in a way, don't we all need the pit? I love the pit, okay? Oh.
Attack!
Ah, fuck me. I would cancel this pit.
Make every strike count.
This pit is not necessary. This pit, as much as I love it, is not necessary.
The spirits demand your blood!
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
The light take you.
In the pit!
Where is your power coming from?
It's the rock. It's Dwayne the Rock.
Monago! To me!
Stop! No!
Taunton, my darling. I knew you'd come back for me.
Shut it! Get over here now. Get behind me. If you want to finish her off, you'll have to step over my dead body first. Killing me won't be a challenge, I know. But I can last long enough to give her time to escape.
Staunton, don't do
Don't
this.
it? And why not?
Staunton, it's the truth. The Crusaders of Canabras have treated you like dirt. But we would never do that to you. We are your friends.
Shut up! I've been listening to fairy tales about redemption for 70 years! Enough! Not another word! She's already given me a lot more than all you Crusaders ever did. Compassion, understanding, kind words. So what if it's a lie? I want to believe her lies.
I like the way it looks like universes. It's like galaxies, like just fucking burning out.
Redemption.
You're hurting yourself, just so she can hurt you even worse later. And all that so you can feel hurt until the day you die. You're awfully silly.
I know, girl. But it's too late for me to learn any different. When I die, pour one out for the old fool.
It'll be soon, Staunton.
Monago, cast your spells and get out of here. I'll hold him off. Quickly, before I change my mind.
No, my sweet, I won't abandon you. We'll leave this place together, and we'll go where we can be happy.
Go. Let me finally. God damn it all! Let's go.
Now, come on, give me time to chance to shoot him in the back. The demon and the traitor vanish into in a mystical haze. You feel the energy thrumming through your body and soul start to fade. It doesn't leave you, it hides somewhere deep down, leaving behind a small amount of incredible energy, as well as the understanding that you will one day master that inconceivably huge power. But... I mean, Close to Evans is obviously the one I think we're going for here. This was like Chaos, Evil, Abyss, Heavenly, and Law, and more Chaos? More Chaos, question mark? Jeez, do all this stuff. All this extra shit that I could be picking from. I can't cast spells. I don't use any of them. I did the battles. Standard action, you enter a state of battle. It's weird that it doesn't actually, you know... That seems like a funny fucking thing to do. Just like a spellcaster shoots you, you teleport to them. Nothing personnel, my boy. That sounds actually pretty cool. Just rage forever. I think it's fine. Fine choice. Oh god, I'm gonna pick for these. Oh, wait, no, it's picking them already.
Open your heart to me.
Okay, that's good, honestly.
The spirits guide me.
Okay, pretty good. Bunch of garbage items. Guys, let's go. Guys, we're done here. There's a shit we can sell. 8 hours took us to get home. Turns out it's really hard to get a bus in a city conquered, well, city recovering from a demon attack.
Make way. Warrior Queen coming through with a round for the heroes. Ugh, the heart is packed. And you considered
Clapping.
This little shindig, Beth.
I did consider it, and I am still considering it. It hasn't even been a week since the last demon was booted out of Canoblis. And we really should be in a period of mourning for all the city's fallen. But the people deserve to celebrate. And he deserves to be honored. For saving the city, and possibly all of Mendev.
But someone did more than the rest of us. Don't deny your achievements. There will always be plenty of miserable folk only too happy to tear you down.
Tear you down.
According to the Watch reports, there has been no demon activity whatsoever.
What is that,
outside
like,
Canopus.
rock on the ground there?
I get the feeling
In the middle of the
thieves are as
carpet.
shocked by what happened as we are.
Oh, so that bitch claps really fucking
What
loud.
happened in the garrison? What you did? It was a miracle. I truly believe that the gods remembered us and decided to intervene.
Okay, I'd like to comment on how weird this fucking event is. The music has stopped playing, right? Which makes it all that much more like... There we go. I like how I mentioned the game's like, oh shit, fuck, you noticed. But just the fact that her clapping can be heard so loudly. Also, look how she fucking claps. Her hands aren't intersecting. She's like slapping her wrists together.
Come on, you agreed. No serious business today.
Also, the fucking sound of it
All
drinking.
right, I'm
I
done.
hate
No
it.
more. Who would have thought we'd be celebrating a successful attack on the Grey Garrison, our own fortress, and that we'd blow the roof off the place?
It's simply unforgivable.
While we're on the topic of the roof, there's already a rumor going around that you have been blessed by Iomade herself. And it was her power granted to you that destroyed the garrison's walls and roof. And it turns out the people want a little piece of that blessing for themselves. The townsfolk are gathering chunks of the garrison's rubble as souvenirs and talismans. And I'm sure they'll hit the black market soon enough. Oh, yeah. Here, breathe on this for me. Good luck.
1 second. It's doing that thing again. I need to go touch OBS. Let it know that it's loved, and it is not. I have lied to it. Come on. Come on, you little bastard. I know you work. You're sitting here pretending like you don't. I know you do. I hate the fucking... There you go. I wonder if that means it didn't record that. Oh my god, and it's freaking out again. You didn't freaking out OBS? Thank you. Hopefully that's working proper. I hope it didn't skip out and anything. They're just talking about nonsense.
Nice. I'll put it on display at home. Or maybe I'll make a hole in it and wear it as a pendant.
Nevi! What are you on about now?
What do you mean? Do you see many people at this table who've been personally blessed by Iomade herself?
Well, a couple perhaps.
Iomade's blessings are not conveyed through stones, and as public officials, we really shouldn't.
Everyone looks at the end of the table where the voice originated from in her eyes.
I feel a little chastened after what you said about public officials. But I myself have acquired a few pieces of stone, and also wish to ask our hero to breathe on them for good luck.
Just why is breathing
what
on
now?
it?
Are you going to toss me out of this fine establishment?
Your Majesty.
Yes, it is I. I made the journey here to deduct the cost of repairing the garrison roof from your salary. We have not been introduced. Galfrey of Mendev. And for me also. So, this is what he looks like. The one all Mendev is talking about. News of your deeds reached me even before my messengers could.
God, that fucking clapping.
Your Majesty.
It is so awkward
were
to be in this location
I'll have
with
them
just a
arranged.
bunch of people shuffling.
Calm yourself, Commander. I deliberately came here without any fanfare because I did not wish to draw attention away from our honored hero here.
They're just shuffling
My
noises,
personal
man.
guard and the force I brought with me are standing watch.
It's like,
I ordered all your sentries to stand down.
when
They
it
also
shows like a
deserve
movie of like somebody,
Every
a rave
person
with people wearing
hired
headphones instead of the
in
music playing
office
loud.
will enjoy themselves today.
And it's like
And my
the inside of the
reinforcements
headshot
will
where it's all the
ensure
music,
peace and order.
and the outside where it's got nothing, you know? Just a bunch of noise.
Please, don't your majesty me. We are in a tavern, not my court in Erosian. Address me as you would any comrade in arms. Concerning the celebration, as you can see, I already invited myself. I couldn't pass up the chance to meet the new hero all the Crusaders are talking about. And soon, not just Crusaders. Oh, I do not doubt that, even for a moment. But we will not give them another chance to catch us off our guard. It is time to turn back the tide.
Your Majesty, my dear cousin.
Count, I admit I was surprised to learn that you valiantly joined the ranks of the city's defenders. Pleasantly surprised.
I live to please you, my queen. My first thought when Discari cruelly robbed us of noble Terendelev and half of Canabris's crusaders in one fell swoop was of you, my queen, and of how these events would weigh heavily on you. No one
trying to fuck your
could
cousin,
have
buddy.
foreseen the demon attack, and we have so successfully held the defense here for 4 heroic crusades.
I'm going to drown him in the nearest well this very night.
I am okay with that,
I value your dedication.
as long as you don't let me see it.
And your eloquence. I hope you will continue to aid our soldiers.
Not a chance. You know that I am not made for the front lines. Excellent bash, but alas, I really must go. Important matters to be getting on with. A new shipment of wine from Kionin, and 3 beautiful creatures of the same provenance. But I will most assuredly come to say my farewells before your army departs on its campaign, which, wherever it may lead you, will undoubtedly be crowned with victory.
I shall hold you to that, Count. And now allow me to devote some time to
Oh
the
no,
hero.
I guess right. You probably had to take him specifically to help out, and maybe he might come with you.
I
But
did not come
meh.
here solely to give you this chance to celebrate. But all serious discussions and official announcements can wait until tomorrow. I have big, big plans for all of you. Especially for you. But I want to keep you in suspense for a little while longer, so I shan't say another word. Let us mark this victory. My first toast is to you, the hero of Canabris. Now, what are we drinking?
I'd imagine ale. I mean, is that
The fires of
we
Canabris
got too
have
much
died
shit.
down.
Yes, thank you.
Now the army's path leads to the walls of Dresden, a fallen citadel that the Crusaders have been trying in vain to reclaim for 70 years. The new piece on the board might give their efforts some added momentum.
So I heard that this. So I don't know about what this game, in terms of like the campaign mode for the like if there's a kingdom. I know there's an army control, but I heard something about kingdom control as well. I don't know.
Today is a day of sorrow and pride. Sorrow because we weep for our brothers and sisters who perished in Canabris. Pride because despite demonic treachery, our heroes repelled the attack and saved the city. I, Queen Godfrey of Mendev, declare this day the first day of the 5th Crusade. And I am glad to introduce the one who will lead the attack on the forces of the Abyss. The hero of Canabris, Knight Commander of the 5th Crusade. Your leader from now unto victory or death. And now it's time to rest. Everyone is dismissed. There. The troop review is finished. I'll give you some time to look around the camp, and then I shall expect your presence at headquarters.
great. But is there a just got a shopkeeper I could talk to maybe? What would you have, my friend? Look at this guy's face. He's a very happy salesman. There's 16 scimitars, 17 scythes. You know, just your average everyday amount of goods. Okay, I don't think we're gonna use the ninja star. I don't think we're gonna use the monks. Well, I keep the monks just in case we do actually get a monk. I don't know. Don't think we need that. Don't think we need the scythe. Don't think we need the flails. I keep the one-handed axe. We need the silk tickle, nor do we need claps or the fists, because we never fucking used that even when we had in the other game. No, he did come for some reason. Huh. I just gotta give him the pad of armor. Whatever. Do I have rations on me? I don't think I do. I'll buy the normal 12. I don't know any of the stuff that I want specifically. ATM. I mean, it might be worth investing in the adamantine right away. Because we'll need two sets of it anyway, so you know. What I'll do is I'll sell her armor. This one, and she gets that one. I wonder if there are any more characters that I'm missing out on. Yeah, just raid news tab. As I am wont to do. Oh, game. There he is. Ah, there you are, you dashing troublemaker, you. Darian flashes you a self-satisfied smile. Our short acquaintance has come to an end. Very soon you will depart on your crusade. where you will scrape by on holy rations, struggle vainly to fall asleep, and must snoring soldiers be rudely awoken by the freezing cold, and have to look upon the dour faces of self-righteous prigs before you finally perish in the maw of some demon. I have a journey ahead of me too. I just rented a sailboat in the south. I've also hired an excellent chef and a host of other entertainers. Well, to each their own, I suppose. Darren pauses, then suddenly adds one more serious, in a more serious voice. You know, I am genuinely sad to see you go. If it sounds like a mockery, forgive me. I cannot switch off my venom gland on a whim, you see. But you intrigue me. If only we could spend a little more time together. But of course, Darren grimaces, not under these conditions. Let the Crusaders and demons have at each other. With any luck, they'll take this entire sanctimonious spectacle down with them. Victory in Dresden. Your optimism is so charming. Darren smirks and then seems to start slightly. He continues in even more tone. Well, should you prove lucky enough to survive by some miracle, come and find me. Perhaps I shall even remember you. No promises, though. In any case, I intend to wait until the army departs. I do love a good send-off, especially when it is I who is staying and someone else who is heading off to meet a dreary and hopeless end. Sometimes it does one good to ruminate the unfairness of life. Well then, farewell, Commander. I assume I shall be of your most precious memory of this most disgusting and exhausting road to the pointless slaughter of battle. Or if not the most precious memory, then at least the most stirring. He smirks before losing all interest in you, or at least he pretends to. Yeah, I mean...
Let us press on.
Oh my god, we have a fucking Cyclops! Oh, this is the lady from we saved. Good afternoon, your commanderness. Do you remember us? We are the crew from the next door theater company, the one you saved at Canibris, back when you weren't a commanderness yet. As you can see, we've come to the campaign with you. We've signed up to clean pots and mend the soldiers' clothes. Keeping up the theater is expensive, so we'll have to take side jobs. But we don't stop what we're doing. We're going to put on plays about your legendary feats. Of course, the crowd scenes are difficult. We can't find the people to play the hordes of demons, and we decided to use against using a ritual to summon real demons. Luckily, we have Master Kem. He invented a way to solve this problem using sound. We caught a pig and some piglets who ran away from a burning village. We put the piglets in a box and scared them a little, and the sound they make is just as approaching a demon horde. But the most important question, of course, choosing the lead actor who would play the great Knight Commander. We had a right Barney over it, breaking a number of lances as well as a shovel, a rolling pin, and a set of scratchers. But we couldn't decide no matter what. Maybe you can help us. We have two candidates most suited for the role. One will honor you conveying your heroes on the stage, Commander. A Cyclops actor? He's completely tame, believe me. He has a few issues with articulation, but what a powerful physique. We'll make a nice costume, wash him up, brush his hair. Truth be told, at our show, you mainly just see short heroic exclamations of the faithful moment, like onward, or we'll never give up, or my heart burns with the courage. Lambkin can definitely handle the script. Not a gnome, two gnomes. Rubbledum and Harfent are twins. One of them sits in the shoulders and puts on the long coat, and they can play all tall characters. They switch places every so often, so each gets their moment of fame, and that way they can only have to learn half the script. All right. He at least has a beard. Wonderful. Sorry, we took time away from important things heroes and commanders do. We're off to rehearsal. I mean, first we'll wash the pots, then we're off to rehearsal. Let's go, you lazy lumps. Don't embarrass old grandma now.
We march ahead. Our path leads on.
Group of soldiers talking loudly, laughing joyfully, and passing around a flask. So picture this, my sword by the fire, there's two goblins about to snatch it, and three more digging through my tent, and I'm sat in the bushes wearing just my mail shirt, wondering what the blast to do. An old mercenary taught me about my mail shirt. can't sleep in armor, but it's not so bad in mail once you're used to it. Too bad no one told me to go into the bushes without my sword. Not to go in my bushes without a sword. What did you do? What did I do? I barked like crazy. Goblins are afraid of dogs, you know. They all went wild and started running around. I spot my sword and they spot me. So I jump over the fire, wearing nothing but my mail shirt, and I grab my sword, and I wear nothing but my mail shirt. And I yell with a big tough voice, "Oh, Inheritor, and grant me the power to crush these filthy creatures." My sword's shining, the goblins are screaming, I jump to attack them, and they fight back, but I fought them off somehow. But ever since then, I'd never take a step without my weapon. Ha 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 ha, that's some story. Hey, stop gulping, leave some for the rest of us. You only just set off and you're already drinking, and the queen in the camp? Stop this at once. You're right, Commander Tierney. We are drinking to the queen's health. Show some discipline. My apologies, Commander. That's better. You're a paladin in the army, not a mercenary in a raiding party. Make sure you act like it. And she just fucking takes off running.
I will guide us.
A chapel tent? It's just to get rid of the corruption. Torag. Good old Torag. Abandoner of the dwarfs, as Gorham would say. And Gorham, as Harem would say.
Godspeed.
The Queen greets you with a stare. She has dropped the pompous air with which she has announced the Fifth Crusade. The face of the ruler of Mendeleev appears calm and thoughtful. She made her move and now awaits her opponent's reply.
Commander, I'm satisfied with the troop review, but I do not expect they will be sufficient for the task. You will have to prove yourself a shrewd leader and hire the necessary troops with the provided funds. I have chosen a target for your campaign, and that target is Dresden, our lost outpost within the Worldwound. The Sword of Valor was kept there, a banner that was once carried by Iomade herself. Our greatest relic was lost when the city fell. I should make one thing clear from the start. The Sword of Valor is no mere symbol, but a powerful weapon against demons. The holiness of the banner weakens them and robs them of one of their most dangerous abilities, teleportation. A forced march to Dresden awaits you. The Sword of Valor is kept somewhere within the Citadel. The demons probably think it's a hunting trophy. Its recovery is just as important as retaking the city itself. I hope the task is clear. I'm sending 2 specialists to help you, along with the soldiers. A historian, Nura Denduar, and a cleric, Soziel Dainik.
Queen nods to the human man and the halfling woman sitting next to her.
One of the famous inquisitors of the Church of Iomade also wants to talk to you. The Honorable Leota, whom everyone calls Hawkblade.
I do not wish to keep you, Commander. The matter I must discuss with you is extremely important, but it is not directly related to the Crusade. You no doubt wish to meet your new comrades and speak with Her Majesty. Therefore, I shall leave you now. But I ask that you seek me out in the camp at your earliest convenience.
Hi! Listen, it's amazing here. It's like I'm in a ballad. There's knights in shining armor, deadly dangers, glorious feats. We are going to show those demons! I'm so tired of sitting in a library reading books about history. It's time I took part in it!
It's just Lindsay 2.0.
I'm glad to help our cause.
She's even a halfling.
If you have some time later, I'd like to speak with you further.
Okay, Saucel.
You'll have plenty of time to talk. You're the Knight Commander's people now, his trusted advisors and companions. Now then, will you please leave us? Irabeth, you can go too. Some actions may be deemed bold, or even extreme, and beyond those, there are some you might call the Queen's last resort. I am not a simple monarch. I am at war with the Abyss, a war which has lasted over 100 years. I cannot allow myself the luxury of caution. In you, I see a chance, and I am willing to stake everything on it. However, you cannot blame me for putting you in charge of the crusade. I only formalized what had already happened in the hearts and minds of many. People spoke of the power that descended upon you and helped you save the Wardstones from corruption and total destruction. Word of this feat quickly spread far beyond the borders of Mendev. There was no other person who could better fit the role of Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade. I had guessed as much. Many angels fought alongside us in the First Crusade. Heaven was unable to mobilize its full might to aid us, but individual Celestials volunteered to fight for our cause. Then one day, they all vanished, saying that they were setting off on an important mission. Not long after, Iomede's herald erected the first Wardstone in Kenobris, and then the others in cities across Mendev. Even back then, I had nagging doubts, but my faith in Iomede easily assuaged them. It is for us to serve the goddess after all, not to question her works. Nevertheless, I am pleased that you solved the mystery of the Wardstone in Kenobris, and were able to save this gift of Iomede. It was a deed worthy of a Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade. Of course, I shall answer. Everyone we saw today at the parade. First among them, the Eagle Watch, who remain a powerful force thanks to Irabeth's resourcefulness. Also marching with you are several minor knightly orders, as the minor volunteer units like to be called. And finally, I have personally selected some recruits from Neurosian. They have little in the way of battle experience, but great determination and a thirst to prove themselves. I've always thought that an army benefits from at least one such unit. These forces, as I said, are not enough for a march on Dresden. You will have to hire additional troops with the funds that have been provided to you. But for a brave commander, and I hope you are one, that is just the beginning. If you retake Dresden, recover the holy power of the Sword of Valor, and gain a foothold in the region, then new armies will join under your banner. The Fifth Crusade is only beginning. Many battles and victories lie ahead. Wonderful. Lariel. I knew him. He disappeared shortly before the World Wound grew, and Dresden fell into the enemy's hands. In the chaos, we had more important concerns than investigating the fate of a single
Do we see her
angel.
like elf ears?
Even one so righteous and beloved as Lariel. And
Maybe.
afterward, matters took a turn for the worse. The angels left us to go on this special mission. It is so strange to hear the names I used to hear when I was young, like getting a message from the past. It is sad news, but it brings me back to the times when we strongly believed in our victory, and we rushed headlong toward it without fear. Could it be that such times have come again? Splendid. Ah, yes. We have one final matter to attend to. It should be rather enjoyable.
Execution.
Count, there you are. You received my instruction?
I did, though I did not have time to read the thing before I was dragged before your majesty. In truth, I was readying myself to depart.
No matter. I trust you will forgive your sovereign for the rather brusque summons, especially when you learn what prompted it. As you are aware, he has recently been appointed my Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade. I spent a long while pondering whom to appoint to the highly sensitive post of Commander's Field Attaché and Advisor Plenipotentiary without portfolio. Congratulations, Count.
Oh no.
It is a great honor, I suppose.
Rather first.
The adequacy of any measure can only be assessed against the reason that prompted it. Isn't that so, Count? I had my doubts about whether you were ready for such a responsibility, Count, but your conduct in Kenobris has put my mind at ease. So, you will travel with the troops to Dresden. Only the commander may remove you from your post, but I trust that you will dutifully fulfill his orders and make a good showing of yourself. Especially since word of your appointment, Count, will reach the court at any moment. All of Mendev's nobility will be following your successes in service to the nation, including all of your devoted admirers. I even heard that one bard with whom you are particularly friendly has already begun composing a ballad to honor your heroic participation in the crusade and your faithful service to the commander here.
Your largesse truly knows no bounds, dear cousin. I am most gratified by the honor you have shown me.
Yay.
Then let's get going. May
He is
Ayomade
coming
help
with.
us.
Oh, we apparently couldn't do that. I have no clue how you got out of the city to do that. Okay. Make it Dresden. Okay. Who's that under Ember? We need to go talk to this guy, right? Commander! Tall man with piercing yellow-green eyes gives you a brief nod. Let me personally congratulate you on your new title and thank you for the time in advance. I am Letter Hawkblade, Inquisitor of the Church of Ayomade, and the bringer of light. I require your assistance in a certain delicate matter involving one of your companions, the young Countess Darien Arande. Yes, of course. Usually people reveal such things about themselves only to their confessor, not to some curious stranger. Still, I did ask for your help, and that imposes a certain obligation upon me. Let me tell you this, I spent enough years by Prelate Halrune's side to learn how to keep him from going over the line. Prelate is an extraordinary man, but he'd fallen prey to his own paranoia and monumental sense of responsibility, which gradually eroded his razor-sharp mind. He has witnessed so many hideous darknesses that he now sees it in every shadow. Yet his strength was, and still is, a shield for all the people of Mendeleev. That is my opinion. His comrades and advisors are necessary to prevent him from making unforgivable mistakes. I ask you to assist the Church of Ayomade in an investigation of the utmost importance. I understand that the leader of the crusade has plenty of other matters to attend to, but please allow me to tell you in the details. Perhaps I will explain why I'm calling upon you. He opens his face instantly. His open face instantly reveals his feelings. He frowns and looks through you, lost in thought for a moment. I suppose that you have already heard about Count Arande's story. I've heard of his tragedy at the Heaven's Edge estate. Yes, I am. I have several reasons to doubt the widely shared accounts of exactly what happened in the estate and how it happened. You see, Commander, I was among those sent to examine the estate after the incident. I saw everything with my own eyes, and I remember it clearly, even though it feels like it happened a lifetime ago. Heaven's Edge was a unique place that still carried the spirit of old Mendev before the world ruined, and yet, on that day, it turned to the labyrinthian house of horrors, like something only seen in our nightmares. Apologies for the digression. I just wanted to tell you about my suspicions. Everything about the incident seemed odd. Why was it that the only person left alive was a young boy with a newfound talent for divine magic? Why did nobody send to Canabras for help, even though the agony spanned many hours? We found the demons dead, with their heads cut off when we got to the estate. How were they defeated? How did these disease kill even paladins present at the estate, who are said to be immune to any disease? If the demon had found its way to penetrate the holy warrior's defenses, why had this never been repeated since the tragedy at Heaven's Edge? God, he really goes on, doesn't he? You're the only person who can help me here, Commander. Because the only living witness of those events is currently serving in your army. Your army's route will take you near the very site of the tragedy. Heaven's Edge has been abandoned and sealed like with potent magic throughout all these years. The only Count, and only the Count, has the power to break the seal. He is unlikely to invite the Inquisitor inside, and in any case, he won't like me sniffing around his family's seat. But if you, as his commander, express your wish to visit the estate, he will be obligated to fulfill it, and I will simply follow you as one of your attendants. There are 100 ways, 1,000 paths, myriad loopholes in human lives that a force of evil can use to their advantage. I am not sure which one of those led to the demons to the gates of Heaven's Edge, but I do know that it wasn't a simple raid, the kind Crusaders face every day. The incident involved a significantly more powerful entity, and that's why I'm asking for your help. We cannot be sure the tragedy will not happen again until we uncover the truth. Fine. Thank you, Commander. Now I ask you to speak to the Count and tell him you wish to see Heaven's Edge. Please do not inform him of my presence right away. I will join your escort at the time to travel to the estate. When we get there, I will also require your help during the investigation. You will have to follow me, observing my actions as an independent witness. If you have any other questions, please feel free to ask me. I'll remain here for a while. Then I gotta go talk to Boyo. We also need to talk to... I'm guessing she's in her tent.
Let us press on.
Wrong tent. Wrong tent. He says stealing everything. Yes, yes. Wrong tent.
We march ahead.
Commander, how can I help you? There's so much I can do. Just ask. Indeed, I've told you your affliction. She appears your chest. Can you, with the window open? No, that's a shame. Well, it's difficult to say. I know of blades that leave never healing cuts, of poisons that stop wounds from healing. I've heard of witches' curses that are rewarded with eternal wounds, but wounds that seem to reopen and heal over time. Let me think. In 4671, a Mendelevian army corporal had all his bones and cartilage turned into glass. In 4700, a scribe of Canabras had all her skin turned simply come away like she'd been boiled. In 4638, oh, you don't happen to have any insects crawling over you? Locusts? No? Rats, perhaps? Too bad. Well, it likely is dangerous, but you are under protection of Iomade, Commander. She granted you mythic power, as they say. Surely the Inheritor would not leave you to face this alone. Have you perhaps noticed the wound opens at moments when you waver in your faith? Perhaps it's triggered by doubt. So I can tell you useful. But I will be sure to study this matter and consult a few of my encyclopedias. I guess she wasn't one of the ones I need to talk to. I need to talk to Chisel. Gotta visit the Nameless Ruins at some point. Gotta find something that belongs to him. Make it to Dresden. Find Araka. Do that. I'm gonna talk to him. Kill some cultists. Oh, and I just need to talk to Irabeth about her scabbard. Isn't she like over here? I don't know, Commander. She never introduced herself, but I bet she's not a part of our army. I know a soldier's name by sight. She was looking for some elf volunteer. Wanted to know which tent he was sleeping in. First I thought the messenger from Mendelev. She definitely wasn't one of us, but now I see it all looks mighty shifty. The quartermaster eyes you with concern. And she was some sort of spy then? There she is. Commander, allow me to say something before you... This wasn't a war. It was an agony drawn over decades, but no one believed in victory anymore. When the demons attacked the city, for some it was a relief. At least the end had come. They laid down their weapons and surrendered without a fight. I felt the same thing, but I somehow got through on stubbornness and the vague hope that nobody found Anivia's body. She might have had some miracle survived, and the miracle was you. You returned my beloved to me when I nearly lost all hope of seeing her alive again, and then you went in suicide mission to the Great Garrison and won the city back for us. You turned a defeat into a victory. I know it wasn't easy, but you made everything seem so effortless. You do everything just like that. The Queen believes in your powers too, but for me, it's just more proof that you have of what I felt that day when I saw Anivia alive. Standing next to you, you're the miracle we've been waiting for. You're the one who will finally put an end to this terrible war, and in spite of everything, deliver us the victory we so desperately need. With you, I'm sure the Crusades will achieve what the others could not. Scabbard held the solemn hour. My family's sword. My father once fought with it, and I took it when I left home to become a paladin. Alas, it was not stolen. I parted with my heirloom willingly to help someone dear to me, and even needed expensive healing, and having no other way to procure the money, I pawned my father's sword. I think he would have understood. I'm sure he would have given up everything to help his family. I hope to redeem the solemn hour eventually. But there was never enough money, and soon the sword disappeared from the pawn shop altogether. I have no idea who took it. It seems like I'll have to part with my father's sword forever. Forgive me if I don't go into detail. It's a private matter, so I have to say, everything is fine now. Achievement was costly, but it was worth it. Stay silent. My parents were loyal servants. Yet it wasn't enough to earn the title of coat of arms. Still, however humble our name might be, it was worth something. I don't know if I'll ever see the solemn hour again, but at least I'll have its scabbard back. Thank you. 7,500 coins. Pay 7,500. I mean, to be fair, I've got more than enough. We need to go tie in. I guess Solon's probably in the cleric's tent, right? Oh, he was right outside. I saw him last second. He was just there, standing there, mocking me, saying, "Your dumbass has got a load in there, and I know you are." And then I did it.
Hello again. I'm very pleased to meet you. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me. It's a pity I wasn't there at the Grey Garrison to witness your feats of strength with my own eyes. The flash, however, could be seen miles and miles away. Some people were frightened of it, thinking that the demons had blown up the remains of the keep. I, for one, knew immediately that it was a good sign. The light above the city showed us that there was still hope. My name is Sozio Vanek. I am a cleric of Shaylin, the Eternal Rose and the Goddess of Beauty. Yes, I know that many people would consider me useless in a war. This is not a usual war, though. Just consider our enemy. The Abyss and his demons are the very embodiment of everything evil and ugly in the world. Perhaps a disciple of kindness and beauty might come in handy. I have no doubt that we will win this war, Commander. We just have to. It is our destiny. My role is to help you, and all those standing by your side in this struggle, to survive and flourish. Everyone deserves the chance to find peace and happiness in the world that they are defending so selflessly.
Flipping makes a temple crown with a rainbow-tailed bird, symbol of Shaylin. 5 people dressed in robes stand before the temple. Men and women, young and old. They all gaze back at you with radiant happiness, enjoying their serene eyes. Ah, it's a rimworld painting.
My brothers and sisters in faith. They sent me for help, and then they saved my life, Commander. If the Prioress hadn't ordered me to escape the city and seek help, I would have died right along with them. Instead, I met Queen Galfrey on her way to Nerosian, and hurriedly returned to Canabris, only to find my friends dead on the steps of our desecrated temple. I want to draw them the way they live on in my memory. Wise, beautiful, and loyal to their goddess and their city to the very end. They did more than their duty. They gave everything they had to save others. Now it's my duty to make sure my friends and tutors did not die in vain. I will honor their sacrifice by making this world a bit more beautiful and kind. Yes, I have a personal request. Before we undertake our journey and leave Canabris behind, I would like to visit Martyr Zacharias' cemetery for a funeral. It's not far from here, and it's important. I would like to pay my respects to my friends from the Temple of Shaylin who died defending the city. Also, if it's not too much trouble, I would like you to come with me to honor their memory. Their friends and family will be at the funeral, and perhaps the commander's personal presence will bring them comfort. I know that you are burdened by many cares right now, so I understand if you can't find the time. But if you could, I would be sincerely grateful.
Okay.
You must be rather busy indeed. Leading a crusade all by yourself is no joke. I still believe that you are up to the task. This war has been raging for 100 years, but you've given us a chance at victory.
I will guide us.
Do we need to talk to anybody else at the camp? Do that. We gotta go talk to him. And that should be fine. Should be right over here. There he is. There you. Oh, it was simply... I was just about to mention it myself. I've been thinking, now that I'm in the middle of this whole crusade nonsense, I simply must devise new ways to have fun. With all the recent commotion, my birthday completely slipped my mind. What if we were to celebrate the Heaven's Edge? It's not far from here, and you'll get to enjoy a banquet in the bona fide haunted house. Since you are my superior, and I'm your advisor, I'm obligated to keep ask you permission to leave your for the festivities. I want to invite you, too. I'm sure the commander can free up an action while soldiers are on leave. Alright. Deal. Do I care about any questions? Do I even possibly care about any? No. Do I care about him? Not in the slightest. I want to know, right. I'm concerned that I might not be able to do the angel path. Specifically because it made me select this path.
Godspeed.
I hope that's not the case. Because of that whole angel demon thing. Kind of want to be an angel. I think it's kind of cool. We're gonna need him just to. I like how there's 3 open graves there. I guess actually, they're probably burying a lot of people right now, so that's fair. Winning battles against demon forces providing a number of benefits such as resources, economy, relics, items you party, capture enemy location. Okay, so each army is its own green. Between party management, army command, unless we click on the banners at the top of the map. Okay. Elderly man limps towards a grave and clumsily throws a handful of soil aside. How unfair, they were so young. They had their whole lives ahead of them. They sacrificed themselves, so an old cripple like me still lives. The painting, it burned like everything else in the house. There's nothing left for me to remember you by. Nothing. Just, cries. Social throws a handful of soil on the grave in front of him. He takes a deep breath and prepares to speak, but it seems that he cannot simply cannot find the right words. The cleric wipes, his tear-filled eyes, gathers resolve, and says in a gentle voice, I wish you a warm welcome in Shaylin's realm. We will win this war, I swear to you. We will banish ugliness and evil. Make the world richer and let peace blossom within it. We'll make sure everything, anything like this. He breaks into sobs mid-sentence, falls silent without finishing his declaration. Also, whom agreed to hear you, but other mourners aggressively raise their fists into the air, inspired by your words. Glory to the heroes of the crusade, never forget. What is that? It's a zombie! Run! That's a lot of zombies.
We won't fall here. I swear it. Yet another obstacle.
I feel like I could have just made him pop into the initiative rather than having me start my turn again, but okay.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
He is a...
You are today's sacrifice.
You won't survive me.
You should have listened to reason.
Oh shit.
We shall overcome.
I might have to summon a pit. oh, poor me, I might have to summon a pit, he says.
Go for their hearts.
How would you find folks like a pit?
Begone, fiend!
And they're not fiends, they're undead, but okay. You know, he's got spirit. Into the pit.
Do not attack.
Oh Jesus, more of them. I mean, I guess it's a good thing we came here. You know? Also, these poor people would be forced to be eaten by zombies by their own. You sure you don't want to follow the pit, buddy? It's a pretty nice pit.
Cut you wide open.
It's pretty nice.
Strike as one.
The light take you. No glory.
Oh, I didn't even see the other guy there.
The spirits demand your blood.
Mind over muscle.
God, just could you possibly have any kind of hand-eye coordination?
Attack.
I feel like with how bad it is, even if she used, you know, regular weapons as compared to her like crossbow or her spells, she would just miss anyway. Because she's just fucking incompetently blind.
You are today's sacrifice.
Make every strike count. We shall overcome.
Seems like there's 3 zombies in the hole.
mongrel. Do not hold back.
A lot more than just 3. Probably should have waited a turn to get everybody over there, but you know. Live and learn. You know. Loki's crying over spilt zombies.
Go for their hearts!
All those other very common sayings.
You're irrelevant.
The light take you!
Fall!
As always, I must say, imagine being called irrelevant by somebody who could not land a hit to save their fucking life.
Won't survive me.
What is this twisted mockery? Who could possibly... Wait, what's this? Take a look at this. Cultists simply murdering my friends was not enough for them. No, they had to come to funeral and desecrate their graves. Demon worshippers are everywhere. The demon worshippers are everywhere. Now I understand why Inquisitors of Canaris became so paranoid. Wait, how many people fled when the undead without knowing they were a traitor among them? Wherever they are in great danger. We must find them.
The mongrel did it.
And just a little bit of grave robbing. Casual.
I am helpful. Am I not?
Unquiet dead. The half-rotten corpse will shambles out of the script. She leaves you with her empty eye socket and crooks a few words. Thank goodness you, thank gods and thank you too. Couldn't happen. They buried me alive. Baroness Neil Ballard at your service. My estate is not too far from here. Let me assure you that you are always welcome there, assuming you are properly attired. How dare you? What a foolishness. Do I look like a corpse to you? No, no, no. Forget yourself. You should be ashamed to say such a thing. Baroness wags her finger and simply at you in a chastising manner, but cuts herself short, staring at her own hand in horror. What? How? You cannot be. I shall not permit it. Afraid it's true. I am truly sorry. Your graveyard is desecrated by a necromancer. Seems to have served you in your rest as well. And so I died, but even in death, the cursed servants of the abyss torment me. Can nothing be done? Perhaps you could lay me to rest. I quite enjoy life in this world, but there's no place for me here. Not in this miserable form. Good for nothing band of hangers-on. Okay. Thank you. Do feel free to take my burial jewelry. Those pieces are dreadfully out of fashion, where I'm going anyway. Golden chain with diamonds. Nice. These zombies didn't have anything useful on them, right? They all have fucking masterwork scimitars. I'm so glad that, you know, of course, as the undead come out of the ground, they do make sure to have proper weaponry.
Let us press on. I stand ready.
I get a mercy. I get 3 points to put into something of my choice. Disease taken seconds. Oh. Thank you. Goodbye. Of course, she picked the same one.
You can trust me.
Though, to be fair, disease is kind of annoying, so. I like how it's not recommended by the game, but that's the one the game automatically picks for me. Is he a cleric or what are you? What are you, buddy? Cool use of prayer. I think he's a cleric. Yeah, he's level 1. He's some level cleric. So it was, you know. Will we be using him a lot? Probably not. We do have 2 paladins. I feel like that in some way counts as
They did.
having one competent healer. Not to mention, you know, a lot of other sources of healing for the most part.
Let us not hesitate.
So, scimitar, thank you everybody. Let's go.
Defeat is not an option. I will bring down the divine wrath.
Jeez Louise. Okay, okay, we get it. They're zombies. My fucking god. Yeah, figure as much. Should have just pitted him.
Endure this.
I also now realize that I, of course, having leveled up, in theory, receive more spell. God, Louise. How many fucking spell slots she has? That's gonna be 40 foot, so that's gonna be a hard pass on that one. Cannot pick those extra ones. We'll take just 2 more cure wounds just in case.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Turn up.
Strike as one. Eternal Rose, I call upon you.
The spirits demand your blood!
Just make her spells as well, don't I? There's a lot of fucking fireballs, you know. What was there a change to this game that I was unaware of? 'Cause it feels like there might have been a change to the game that I was unaware of. That, or she got a lot of fucking spell slots. Just in case we need it.
Nice try. Didn't work though.
Let's just give ourselves another shot.
The light. Take you.
Begone, fiend!
You are today's sacrifice. You should have listened to reason.
Make every strike count.
Anybody order some swords? Just a couple of swords, up to no good, making trouble in the neighborhood. What the fuck was Lan doing there? Doing a little dance. Like how they're that much faster now.
I will guide
To
us.
battle, my friends!
So why wouldn't we also have the oh yeah, that's what I was trying to do, was charge as well.
I'll remove this obstacle.
Attack! You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
I was a lot more competent than his friend.
Go for their hearts! Mind over muscle.
There you go. One hit. That's all you
We
needed.
shall overcome.
Did he just like disintegrate?
I'll cut
Yes.
you wide open. You're irrelevant.
Do not hold back. You won't survive me.
Bows are always worth the money anyway.
Godspeed.
What did you just run into, you idiot?
I will see this through.
Who are you? What do you want? Please. All to do is die in the name of Baphomet. Have faith, you can do it. Here I'm in a slight of a pickle. And I'm so glad he rushed in.
Endure this!
Pit!
Fall!
Strike as one.
My slow ass.
I can still fight.
Make every strike count.
Wow.
I failed you, friends.
Okay, you did. I think that is a fair assessment of what happened.
Attack!
However, maybe if, you know, he didn't decide to fucking just run at the enemy all haphazardly like that, maybe he wouldn't be in such a bad location. Aw, motherfucker.
I'll remove this obstacle. The spirits demand your blood.
Chisel on attack.
We shall overcome.
Land, my boy. What's wrong with you?
Mind over muscle. You are today's sacrifice.
Do not hold back.
Ironically, the zombies did not disappear.
Go for their hearts.
Strike as one.
I surrender! Stop! I give up! Don't hit me! Yeah, that's how this works. Did I drop something? Anyway, man throws, in black robes, throws his hands up in dramatic gesture. You damned rat! How dare you! Suddenly this also becomes a totally different person. The artist's delicate hands clench into fists. His voice becomes out as a menacing roar. He leaps out at the necromancer and breaks his nose with a single blow. You scumbag! I remember you. You came to our temple begging for healing just a month ago. We fed you. We shared our table with you and took you in. Then you. Oh, I don't even know what I'm going to do to you. Stop it! I surrender. You're. Chisel ignores the necromancer's cries of pain, punching him right in the teeth. Necromancer spits blood and continues, fighting past the wild blows of his aggressively bruised face. Piece of Shaylin, I surrendered. You have no spare my life. Your goddess demands it. No, there is no just in killing him right now. It would be a simple act of revenge. I had absolutely no idea there was so much rage in me. It's a shame, a disgrace. But I admit that I enjoyed beating him. Forgive me for letting you see me this way. It should never have happened. You are the commander, and he is your captive. It is up to you to decide his fate. I surrender. Here, take everything I've got. Just don't kill me. Uh-huh. No, please, listen, May the goddess forgive him, for I will not. Thank you for taking sin upon yourself. Yeah. No, please, I didn't mean to commit fucking necromancy. It's alright. You're safe now. We should bury the bodies again. Place peace, and we must not leave it desecrated like this. You help out, we are out. May the eternal rose grant them peace at last. Let's be on our way. We have many more innocents to protect from the horrors of this war. So I'm gonna buy all my fucking scimitars? I got a lot of scimitars. I mean... Oh, come on. It's a really weird way of working the clicking. Feed your first enemy and receive a number of finesse points. These finesse points to hire a general for your army. Stay on the window, left corner of the screen. Use enemy units, fireball. Attack and defense enemy. So he is a, I'm guessing, range magic. Since the footmen have a Jeez Louise, there's a lot of people. Magical anomalies are common in the world of Galarian, so common that the use of the word anomaly itself is questionable. A regular city dweller will encounter a chaotic manifestation of supernatural power at least once in their lifetime. One might naturally assume that the strange sky, the ghostly fire from rifts in the ground, the rain of eyeballs, all the whirlwind is known for, should find some purchase in the mortal mind. But even the most worldly of travelers feels uneasy at its borders. Why? Perhaps instinctively they understand that this place is not merely a magical wasteland, but a wound, an ulcer, through which the world itself bleeds into the abyss. The commander and his army walk up to the high bank of the West Selm River, where it draws near the border of the world wound. The soldiers' feet halt unbidden. On the other bank rises a series of cliffs, too regular in shape to have been formed by wind or water. The sky hangs over the sharp edges and sickening bends. the state of mercury on the horizon, rising to dirty rust. As it arches above the soldiers' heads, it begins a familiar azure hue. A whisper sweeps through the ranks, and soon turns into a grumble. Commander gives a signal to wait, and climbs the highest point along the bank. There he decides to establish a rapport with his troops in yet another battle that a leader must face. And through the subtle alchemy of words, one can trust, then raise morale, or lose faith in authority. Dressing the army on the border of the world wound, the commander seeks to establish himself as a military leader on this new battleground, and his efforts prove fruitful. The soldier listens dutifully, smiles appearing upon the face. Someone in the ranks jokes that the demons are growing tired of waiting for them. The army keeps moving. Lines of soldiers step warily beneath the shroud of low black clouds. It's like the world wound has reached out a finger into the lands of Mendev. The gesture seems eerily harmless, but then the other clouds come to life, shooting and howling tornadoes, one after another. Tornadoes come from all sides, from ahead, from behind, and right above the soldiers' heads. Power of the elements is on the side of the scales. Power of the elements on one side of the scales. Soldiers' faith and inspiration on the other. It's plain to see which is greater. The determined army runs the gauntlet of tornadoes. The struggle lasts over half an hour. The army's only lost a few bags of supplies and a dozen hats whipped off from the sky. After stopping to catch their breath, the soldiers continue on. The first encounter of the world wound has ended in their favor.
If I ever find myself in the Temple of Shaylin, which side should I turn to face the altar so I don't offend her?
Face her with your heart.
Take this real quick so we can go pick up Ember instead of the cleric afterwards and on the way to help the army.
Let us press on.
We're finally here. Helen and Curl must be around here somewhere. And Janet, too. They gave her permission to leave. Ah, there they are. Greetings, Selah, and greetings to you, Knight Commander. Serlin puts his hands behind his back and bows slightly. Then he casts an inquisitive glance at you. He seems less friendly than he was the day before the day you met at the Vendor's Heart. Jaina puts her hands on her hips. She looks even more dashing than usual, and is feeling a little shy. He thought he asked for help from a couple nobodies like us. But now you've turned into the saviors of Canabras, Knights of the Fifth Crusade, marked by Ayamade's blessing, and you still came to help him dig through a pile of junk. Let's not talk about it, I assure you. I'm the same Selah, your friend from the League of the Cart, and we came here to help look for Ellen's ring. By the way, where's Curl? He didn't come with us. He said an old wound was acting up. All right, my friends. Since we're here, let's finish the mission quickly. I don't really feel comfortable with bothering the Knight Commander with personal problems. Last time I saw the ring, it was my thighs and my traveling chest. With my thighs and my traveling chest. What? Now the camp's in total disarray. I don't know where we'll find it. The ring, it's made of shiny. The ring is made of a shiny silver metal with a deep blue-green jewel. Can't miss it. Master Derek is not just a jeweler. He's an artist. There's no mistaking one of his creations. Sounds delightful. I wish I possessed one of Master Derek's fine works. I could see them from afar, worn by visitors to the Guerm mansion, but I've never held one before. I was never allowed to approach important guests. I'm not one for florid compliments, my lady, but I suspect the master would happily give you one of your works as a gift. He does that from time to time, when he meets someone whose beauty inspires him. And thank you, sir. A trinket worth several months' pay, Ellen. This rule and the surface are insane. You should give your girls fried rats like we do. You'd save yourself a lot of trouble. I apologize. Jenna's right. What just changed we met Canabras? Some of the things are for the better, some not at all. And Jen and I will look around the northern side. We'll see what we find. Something. Or when we give up trying. Oh, sorry.
No, what is that?
We march ahead.
All these fucking deer. Turn flag of Hound Hearts, emblem of the Noble Order of Crusaders. Closet. A small closet. The demon emerges from the chest. It looks at you angrily, screwing up its ugly little face. It's holding a shiny object with paws, a sparkling silver ring with a large blue-green gel. It's mine! Mine! Helen, look! That creepy little thing. What's it holding? I've seen one of those before. These small demons like to tease and bully, but a bolt if it senses any real threat. Let's surround it and attack all together, before we can figure out what's happening. Look at the gleam on those wings. Mine! While it throws its paws in the air and splashes you with beams of color. You're instantly giggling. The demon is jumping up and down, throwing the ring in the air and catching it. Mine! Mine! Helen, Jenna! They're alright. They'll come around soon. Quick, Sullivan. Sullivan, let's catch this little rascal and drink.
Our path leads on. I will guide us.
I hope you appreciate this.
No bard, but you know. It's a certain sentiment.
Forget it.
What do we have here?
Hope the shield's worth it. Wasting an hour just fucking standing there. So I guess he ran off the map. Oh, there he is.
Godspeed.
Before the manages to get the closet, the halfling Curl appears right next to it. Quite out of nowhere, he snatches the ring from within his paw. You mustn't get it. And Curl, where are you? Helen, stop! Have you gone mad? He's using a summoning spell. Why did you stop? Oh no. Get ready, we're on our own now.
You step on their toes as well?
You should have listened to reason.
I'll cut you wide open.
will bring down the divine wrath.
Quality.
The spirits demand your blood.
They really do a lot of fucking damage, huh?
Eternal Rose, I call upon you.
I'll remove this obstacle.
You won't survive.
I like how one of the only fucking attacks she manages to land is
You are today's
on one of the harder.
sacrifice.
Well, yeah, on the last enemy. Being one of the harder to hit enemies.
You're irrelevant.
I was really hoping they would kill him. He tries to run this way or something.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Ellen, what are you doing? You need to cut down Curl without a second thought, without a trial, without even knowing what he was responsible for all this. Might have the victim himself. What am I doing? He lured us into a trap. Curl was the only one who knew where we were going. He knew there wouldn't be anyone else at the camp besides some small harmless demons, so we set a trap. He knew it wouldn't be a surprise if the demon if his demon masters had him targeting the commander from the start. Talk about believing in the redemption of scoundrels. We barely know anything about what happened. Curl's a good lad. He's not a spy or murderer. Maybe they threatened him, tricked him, or even bewitched him with little demon magics. And now we'll never know because you let him escape. Better to let a thief escape than cut him down an innocent. Should light my path. Regrets, can you say the same, Shayla? Or are you, Commander? You have something to say. Go ahead and spit it out. Shayla, I didn't want to say this, but I think you have used my friend, and I'm going to warn you. To what happened with the Grey Garrison, you're in serious danger, and it may not just be you. You might like to ignore military hierarchy and the rules of the knightly orders, but there's a wisdom in them that has stood the test of time. A soldier rises from a private to an officer. A knight begins as a squire. Even Iomade's paladins gain their abilities gradually. Now with you and the commander, you were granted incredible powers, far surpassing seasoned paladins with experience and skill far beyond your years. You received this gift just the right moment, and saved lives across Mendeleev. It's a great deed with that will be remembered for ages to come. But what happened next was wrong. They began to worship you. The Queen gave you such vast power, all while you sidestepped everything. Training, experience, hardship. That's not the first time Her Majesty has behaved rashly. And now how much good has this brought Mendev? I'm frightened by what I see, especially by the way that you, Selah, trust people so easily and leap into adventures without looking. One day you'll lower your sword when you should be driven the blade home, just like the thousands of bright-eyed youngsters will after you. I want to tell you the same thing, Commander. Apologize for my harsh words. I said it to Salem, and I'll say it again. There wasn't a reproach, but a warning. The power you've been given, and maybe your undoing, and all that undoing, and the undoing of all the Crusaders along with you. Don't be afraid of what's new and good. What's new and unknown. We just need to bear in mind our responsibilities. Whatever was given to us, we can use it for good. In any case, forgive me for wasting your time, and subjecting you to the danger here. Now we at least know that Curl's a traitor, and Jen is a coward ready to abandon her friends when going gets rough. I hope we'll learn a lesson from these mistakes, and as for that blasted ring, to hell with it. Kiana won't love me solely for the gifts I bring her. Everything became very complicated all of a sudden. Because, please, Sullivan, let's go back, and I'd like to talk about it later. I have a lot to think about. What? Oh, the deer have the little... I thought that was just him walking off the map.
We march ahead.
Ooh. Go ahead and have their level ups done. But I use light shield. Good to see you. Get this, Jenna and the one who ran away with me were attacked by demons. Never went back to her unit. She was last seen running toward a new area. Looks like she was deserted. Anyway, that's all I want to talk about. Or not the only thing. Since our raid on the Houndheart's camps, I had the sinking feeling that I made a mistake dragging you into this. Should have known that the raid was along the edge of the world and wouldn't be so easy. But mostly, I knew I was wrong about a lot of people. About Jana, who lost her nerve and abandoned her friends. About Curl, who I knew he was a thief, but I thought he'd turned over a new leaf and deserved a little compassion and trust. And Ellen, I thought we were kindred spirits, friends through thick and thin, but looks like I was wrong about him too. But I made mistakes in the past too, and I managed to find a way towards the light path. Why should I deny the same chance? Forgive me, I spoke out of turn. I think what you said. And thanks for listening to my grumbling and helping me get to the bottom of this. I'm not going to leave things as they stand. If I get the chance, I'll track down Jenna and see if I can find some sense, knock some sense into her, and find out why Curl did what he did. I can't stop thinking about what Ellen told me in the end. I really have become more powerful than paladins who are far more experienced and selfless than me. There's something not right about it. A servant of Iomade should gain their powers through dedication and personal effort. It's the only way to make sure they use the power for good. Our journey so far, it's all wrong. It means I need to be 3 times as hard on myself now. That's one way to look at it, sure. I should have talked to, So where is that? Oh, it's all the way up there. Jeez. Of course, that'd be perfectly easier to continue too. I was wondering if I lower their numbers, would it be more beneficial overall? You know what I mean? Look how much less damage they're doing. That's what I like, you know. Overall. I might need to go back and pay for more people. Alright, your units, click the recruit button on the panel left at the bottom of the screen. You can How do I merge them instead? Oh, I see. Why can I not combine them? Can I not split like a certain amount? Now, can I split these into two groups of, like, you know... But, obviously, you know, can't do that in this manner, but... Oh, fuck. I should have just rested. Just quick save here. With a misty spot, flickering flames of a campfire. Three figures wrapped in crusader cloaks are huddled next to it. A stout, smiling dwarf, a brash, dark-haired halfling, and a delicate-looking woman who appears to be very young. The crackling campfire is driving away the bleak fog and promising warmth and rest for tired legs. Noticing you, the halfling's hand jerks towards his weapon, but then relaxes. Hey, it's the commander himself! Don't just stand there. Have a seat by the fire. It's a bit damp today. You might as well dry at least. Frontline scouting party. Our seniors send us to look ahead for ambushes. We've been walking all day, and they're making so we're making a biovac. Go ahead, help yourself to some tea. It's an honor to excuse me. It's an honor for us to be sharing campfire with the commander. Something in the way Halfling speaks sounds off. Senior instead of commanding officer, and biovac instead of a camp. Maybe he's just a new recruit. I never thought we'd run into such jovial company out here. I don't suppose you guys have anything stronger than tea in your canteens. It's quiet here, all right? As the grave. I don't know why, but I don't feel like the feel the feel of this place. It makes my scales stand an end. What are your names? I'm Sergeant Velm, leader of the gang of daredevils. Velm's appearance, he's a fighter. Sports a nose that's been broken more than once. Well-fitted gear, gutsy spark in the eyes. All the hallmarks of feisty, courageous warrior. Why would you call your god? Why would you call a heroic squad a gang, Valheim? I'm Tran, foot soldier, cook, quartermaster, and the mother hen of this lot. And the one who sets up the tent for Asti, given that she doesn't even have the muscle to drive a stake into the ground. Sweet young... Yeah, buddy? I'm Asti, pleased to... at your service, Commander. You wound me, Commander. I've walked many roads. I know of a good spot. Camp when I see one. Even a whole column of cultists march by. You wouldn't think of checking this place. In the meantime, we would watch quietly and count every last one. You and your boasting. I'll sit by the campfire, but I won't. I'm not drinking the tea. You bet we're offering. I can tell the commander knows more about cooking than some. It's cat's holy. I bought it from a merchant from Absalon. Worth every coin, eh? Fucking terrible. I mean, you know. Look, something's not right here, okay? Ha! And he didn't, look at that. He didn't buy it. Enough of the masquerade, everyone. No more games. The figures by the fire ripple. Ah, it's the fucking elves. 3 gray-haired and dark-skinned elves watch you, mocking sneers. Their twisted grimaces, faces look demonic. From the haze, previously unseen shadows materialize. They are just as loathsome and unsettling. The campfire emits a sickeningly sweet, intoxicating smell, and in the squat kettle, you see some slimy mushrooms swimming in a disgusting, boiling slurry. Yeah, just fucking spam them, dude. Just fucking spam them. I'd argue that yes, but only because it's easier to talk to somebody, no matter how disembodied the text is. versus sitting here and mumbling to myself about what I'm doing. Oda pretends, pretending to be a halfling. Valm makes a face, mimicking you in an obnoxious voice. Who are you? We are the servants of Lord Discari, and you are the pitiful insect that got caught in our web. She likes sweet little Asti. Do you want to play with her in the tent? You monsters! I did not see what you are right from the start. Dumb paladin. You really think your ability to sense evil can't be fooled? Lady Anemora taught us long ago how to trick the likes of you. Ways to conceal the evil in one's heart are not a recent invention. Your Anemora serves no credit for devising them. Lady Anemora desires your head, and will gladly deliver it. That's that's good enough reason. I love it when the player tries to fight back. I mean, saying you're mine is a bit of an overstatement, but you know.
You should have listened to reason.
Look at those fucking bowl cuts.
Go for their hearts!
Endure this!
Into the fray!
Like, probably one. I'm not taking ownership of just anybody. Okay? Rigorous venting. Venting? Vetting. That's actually kind of annoying.
You won't stop us.
Do I need to prep her spells as well? No, she gets just uses per day, right? Okay.
I'll cut you wide open!
Make every strike count.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
I shall not falter.
Yeah, that's part of the issue why I was a little bit upset that I spooked them all off. Was that they're mages. They're mages, and I need to not be. Okay, yeah, just don't use your attack. Really fucking annoying that you do that to me, game.
The spirits demand your blood.
The light take you!
Oh, I could have charged them because I had cleared my fatigue with the lay on hands. Rip the Ronies.
Mind over muscle. I dedicate my body to science.
Put a little extra juice in that bad boy. A little extra juicy juice.
Too late for apologies.
You are today's sacrifice!
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Pretty good, pretty good. Give me your special fucking... Ooh! How does the cold iron affect the bow? Also, why are they no longer cold iron avatar? They are, but they don't show up as magic anymore for some reason. me get ready for battle. There's just a knife master hide. There's 2 knife masters hiding back here for no reason. Well, now I wish I had healed.
The light, take you.
Where's the other one? Oh, found her.
Do not hold back.
Go for their heart!
Into the fray.
Beautiful. It's not annoying at all that I have actually not a death doors because of 2 enemies that didn't want to take part in the fight previously, but then later decided that, you know, they had made a mistake and did want to take part in the fight, and not an issue at all. So, how does a coal iron bow work? Because like, the coal iron arrows make sense, but I guess it just works. It just works.
Godspeed.
Oh, can I not leave that way? I like how you're right. Obviously, I missed the secret item there. There was something hidden. That doesn't change the fact that the game essentially, you know, informed me that it was there due to the large amount of perception checks that were made and failed. I don't have the Scroll Scriber's kit though. Stop fucking moving. Rest. I thought this was always voiced. Have you done wonder why gods did not simply solve all the world's ills themselves without paladins and crusades? And some gods would be eager to solve mortals' problems for them. Rovagug, for instance, but we wouldn't like the result. Okay. We're gonna stop here a little bit early, but I am tired, and I would like to do some stuff before I go to work, like maybe nap a little bit. Too much napping. Thank you, everybody. I will see you all later, and see you tomorrow with probably RimWorld. Bye.